Can't help but notice that behind you is actually a police car.
It is. It's a police cruiser. She displays the name and ranks of our domestic first responders, all peace officers that were killed in the line of duty from 9/11 to present day throughout the entire United States of America. We kill one police officer every 53 hours in this country. I think it's time we all wake up and realize our poor behavioral choices. We're a great nation. We're a great people. It's about time we say hello to our neighbors, and I do mean that seriously. Walk your children over to your neighbor's house and introduce yourselves. You see, if you know each other, you respect each other. It's when you don't know each other that you take advantage of. And this is some of the cause of what Fuel by the Fallen is. It's teach a child to thank a hero today. We give them that respect and make that impression on them young and early. Well, guess what? When they turn 13, 17, 25, that respect will still be there. But, you know, to take it through this car, this is the officer down. She is a 2001 police cruiser. She heads a lot of parades and a lot of events. Unfortunately, I am building Sheriff Lee Baca's parade cruiser now for the LA County, which will have 447 names of men and women that were killed in the line of duty from 1850 just in LA County. So again, I'm saddened that I have to add another car, but hopefully this is a wake-up call to all of us. Again, we are a prideful nation, and I think we just need to show our colors, and these are our colors.
Continuing Out and About's coverage of the American Heroes Air Show, we find ourselves at the Hanson Dam Recreation and Sports Complex in Lakeview Terrace. Here, rescue organizations from across the area gather their vehicles and crews for a fitting tribute to the unsung heroes of our nation.
We've got a number of helicopters in today from Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. We are especially privileged to have a special combat search and rescue helicopter from the U.S. Air Force is here with us from Nellis Air Force Base. And these are the guys that fly these incredible aircraft behind enemy lines to recover our servicemen and bring them home and get them back to their base. So it's the 66th Rescue Squad from Nellis Air Force Base is here with us today. And additionally, we've got a number of fire and search and rescue units are here. LA County Fire, LA City Fire both have helicopters here. So we really have it covered from pretty much A to Z.
In a spectacular air demonstration, members of the Golden Stars skydiving team highlight their skills with an awe-inspiring display of aerial acrobatics. In an area devoted to helicopters, flight officers offer insight and information on the various aspects of their missions. And a highlight of the display included the U.S. Navy's Seahawk helicopter.
This is the MH60 Romeo helicopter. It's basically the cream of the crop of helicopters nowadays.
In what way would that be? It's just recently manufactured or what?
Well, it's electronically it has the most up-to-date, devices and whatever you want to call it.
Gadgets, right?
Gadgets, all that stuff. Anti-missile lock detection.
How does that work? I mean, basically, not giving any government secrets away.
No, it'll detect a missile lock from an enemy aircraft, and it'll notify the pilots on their screen, and then they can take whatever they need to do to get out of the way.
Where does this helicopter go mainly?
It's actually a sub hunter. Anti-submarine is its main mission, and then it will do search and rescue missions with it.
What do you do exactly?
I'm a maintainer. I'm an avionics technician.
It's kind of important to maintain it, or else something break down. That wouldn't be good, would it?
That's correct, sir. You gotta. It's pretty intense, all the inspections that these things go through, and it's really incredible what we do to keep them going. And before we even fly out of here today, we'll we'll perform an inspection to make sure we're good to go, and that's what it's all about, being safe.
That has, I guess, to do so much with safety, huh?
Yes, sir. You got to keep everybody safe because we wouldn't want to lose crew over a nut in the engine or something like that. Or,
a loose nut can be dangerous.
It sure can.
Yeah.
What we have here is a MH60 Pave Hawk, the Air Force Combat Search and Rescue helicopter. It's based off the Army MH60 Black Hawk. Weighs about 22,000 pounds, so about 5 times your average car. And basically our primary mission is to go into hostile territory and bring back civilians or anybody else that's injured or whatever we're tasked to do.
Give me an idea of some of those tasks that you've taken on with that helicopter.
Recently, just got back from Afghanistan about a month ago. Some of us have been to Iraq as well. Afghanistan's kind of hot right now. We're doing medevacs over there. And be honest, we'll pick up anybody that's injured. We picked up enemy POWs, picked up Afghani children, Afghan local civilians, British, Canadian, Americans, whoever needs picked up. Anybody needs injured, we'll go get them. We're basically the country's ambulance service. They don't have ambulances and stuff like that, so we have to fill in for everything.
How many helicopters are over there at this time that are, doing the same thing?
For the Air Force, there's probably about roughly just a dozen, covering the whole, between Iraq and Afghanistan, covering 2 countries.
Real busy, huh?
Yeah, very, very busy.
What is the firepower of this helicopter?
Normally we can carry either 250 caliber machine guns or 2 7.62 miniguns for self-defense and defending our team on the ground. So, and then generally flying a ship of 2, so 2 helicopters, so 4 between the birds.
What does it feel like to you to be doing this?
It feels pretty good, actually, to see some of the faces and stuff like that. I know that you're changing lives and stuff like that. I mean, picking up children that are injured, and we know that they wouldn't be able to survive without being able to get to an American hospital, or get there. They're off in the mountains. They can't even get help from up there. So being able to get in there and pick up a little girl or something like that that's fallen and injured herself or something, and bring her back, and seeing the relieved look on the family's faces. Granted, it's got to be a little bit of a magic carpet ride. I mean, but people that barely, don't usually own cars are now flying in a $1 million helicopter. So it's definitely kind of a calling, I think, to be able to do this. And it's there's very few of us to do it, so I feel real lucky.
Well, right now, of course, you're in Southern California. Are you going back there?
We're probably going back pretty soon. I mean, it doesn't look like anything's going to slow down over there, so we're pretty busy.
In a moving display titled Fueled by the Fallen, one man's quest to ensure that the public never forget its fallen heroes has fueled his passion with this heroic tribute.
Fueled by the Fallen came out of watching the news hours. We see that 12 died today, 2 the day before, 5 even the day before that in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I woke up one morning trying to recall the name of a hero that died for my personal freedom, and I couldn't do it, and I was paying attention. So I sat back with my imagination and I said, Kevin, how do you get America to stand up and say thank you? Because I think we all need to. I decided on race cars because you will get the attention of a 2-year-old and a 92-year-old with a race car. And so the journey began 3 years ago, and they're on a national tour. I built it as a nonprofit. We give back scholarships to our children who have been left behind. Our heroes that are coming home injured are going to need our financial assistance. And so Fueled by the Fallen was born.
We've photographed the names on these cars. How did you obtain the names, and how did you get the names on the cars? And tell us about the significance.
These are our heroes that died giving us our freedom, as I've said. And we went to the Washington Post, the DOD, cross-referenced the names, and then with Chuck Spiker, my crew chief, we built the cars, and I put the names on one by one. Sometimes in our efforts, we will meet a family who would like to memorialize their own baby's name on these cars, and we have those moments too. And that's a wonderful tribute. It's very therapeutic, and also that the families get to understand that America cares enough that she built these cars so that their children can be remembered for the 1,000 years to come. They will sit in a museum one day, and some great-grandchild will walk up and say, you see that name, that particular name? That's my family who gave us the freedom in this country.
I believe you said this has been a 3-year project so far. How do you see this in the future?
I'm asking corporate America to stand with me. I've built this project because I just think that our children, the ones that are going to inherit this country in the next 15 to 25 years, I think our children are being overwhelmed with YouTube mentalities. not a lot of work ethics and disciplines and values. And hopefully this project and our heroes' voices, our fallen heroes' voices, will get that child to maybe rethink the way it goes about its business. I love it when a child ushers the family unit to the cars and goes, "Mommy, Mommy, why are all these names on this car?" And then the family unit begins to explain it. And we become proud Americans once again. The child gets that education, and Fueled by the Fallen has done the work it thinks is good work to do.
We live in a nation of superlatives, where dubious acts are rewarded and true honor goes unnoticed. In an era where the term hero is tossed about to the point of meaninglessness, it's sobering to witness a group of people to whom the term can rightfully be applied.
For families, it's a unique opportunity to see aircraft and to meet aircraft crews and meet public service professionals, really our local heroes that they don't get a usual opportunity to meet sort of in their normal day-to-day routine. So we have folks here that you would just never be able to see. You may see a clip of them on the news for 10 seconds, but here today at the American Heroes Air Show, families can come out, meet them, talk with them, express their gratitude, and learn more about the mission that these people provide and what they do for our homes to keep us safe.
And to all children and to anybody even standing in a Starbucks, when you see a man in uniform, give the respect, push him up to the front of the line, buy him his coffee, and everybody stand back and applaud. These are the people that give us this freedom, the luxury of this land. We need to take great care of it, especially now, and our children are going to inherit it.